What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Gould's Gaming and Tech channel. We are here with another, what I would call, banger as far as covering some tech news. No gaming today, but tech news. I got some interesting info about a Galaxy Z Flip 5 and Z Fold 5 leak. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel and you appreciate any of this content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It is definitely appreciated. And if you're new or returning, make sure to hit that like button. It's appreciated as well. We are on notebookcheck.net. And this is basically what caught my attention. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 August-bound foldable will not adopt the Galaxy S23 50 megapixel camera. So the reason this piqued my interest because most people who have the Samsung Z Flip phones, and I've heard this complaint over and over again just from my experience with using the phone and just talking to you guys in the comments, is that the camera is very lackluster. It doesn't compete with the even the Z Fold 5, let alone any other, camera phones that are on notable phones out today. So it's pretty much three complaints that come to mind or are always brought up when people are discussing the Z Flip series. Number one, the battery. Too small, phone dies way too quick. Most of you guys have commented to this several times in my comments below. Second thing, the outer display is too small. It's basically not usable. It's here for cute, little gimmicky things here and there, but it's not tangible as far as the functionality of the phone. And then number three, oh, that was two. Number three is the cameras are very lackluster. They don't produce pretty, decent photos. It doesn't compare to the other ones. So those are the main three things. So according to this leak, and again, it's very early. Leaks are starting now. These phones won't be released until, or announced or revealed until late July to August, September, and October. Because obviously we have Techtember and Techtober. That's when everything will be revealed. So these leaks are starting to pile up now. Again, you can't really hold a knife or anything to these leaks because we don't know if they're true or not. But according to this leak and this website, it says a new leak has now revealed information on the cameras of the Samsung's upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Z Flip 5 foldable phones. As previously reported, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 will not adopt the S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel camera. The Galaxy Z Flip 3 looks set for a main camera upgrade, however, but not the S23's 50 megapixel shooter. So, a couple things to unpack there. The Galaxy Z Fold 5. The cameras were pretty decent when I was using the cameras in the previous iterations of the Z Fold series. They weren't bad at all. The inner display camera wasn't great. Everybody pretty much agrees with that. It wasn't really great. The front-facing camera on the outer display wasn't really that great. It was the cameras on the back that were pretty decent. And again, I say decent, but they weren't the best. They could be better, but they weren't the best. So the fact that this leak is saying that the Z Fold 5 will not adopt the S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel camera, to me, that only translates to Samsung. If this is true, if this, ends up being true, it basically translates to Samsung saying, hey, we're creating all these devices across the board. They all have their specialities, differences. This is why you should buy this device, and this is why you should buy this device, and this is why you should buy this device, instead of just picking one and only staying with that one. Granted, they're giving you options, but also they're restricting other devices that they produced because they want to keep the sales up for, some different other devices that they also produce. So I say all that to say the Galaxy Z Fold 5, at least in Samsung's eyes, can't be a one-trick pony. Or maybe they're trying to make it a one-trick pony, but it can't be an all-encompassing phone because they're saying, hey, we're not gonna make these cameras as good as this other device, because if you really care about cameras that much, then you will want to get this other device. Do they have the power to put those cameras on the S23 Ultra on the Z Fold 5? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. But do they want to do that? Probably not. They're mainly trying to market, hey, this foldable phone, look, it folds, you should buy it, it folds. That's why users and consumers will go to that device. The S23 is basically a perfect device almost, and the cameras are out of this world. So they're saying, hey, if you want really good cameras, you should buy this. We would never make a device that has everything you need, because you might not upgrade, and that might hurt our market for these other phones. So that's what it translates to me. I could be wrong, but it seems like that. You produce these phones, you clearly have the capability of integrating all this stuff and those specific devices. Who's to say you can't do it all in one? That's just me, whatever. Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, I don't know. Anyways, the Z Flip 5. Again, the Z Flip 5 had 3 major concerns that consumers complained about: the outer display not being big enough or functional to the point where users can actually use it on a day-to-day basis and it has purpose, the battery being too small, and the last but not least, the cameras being lackluster. This saying the camera will be an upgrade. Yes, every iteration of whatever phone across the board, doesn't even have to be Samsung, Apple, Xiaomi, Huawei, whoever, LG, they always upgrade their specs of something every year. So it's not a surprise that the camera will get an upgrade. But if this ends up being true, that it won't upgrade to the S23's 50 megapixel camera, it's kind of like, hey, you have these other major complaints that people are complaining about, and the fact that you don't want to upgrade the camera to the best of its capabilities that you probably could do, it just kind of, I think it kind of deters consumers from getting that, and they might end up just saying, hey, I'll, for a better camera and still for a fold or flip device, I'll just get the fold, which costs more anyway. So marketing strategy, it could be that, and they're just on point. They're like, hey, that's what we intended anyway. But that's what it seems like to me. But I won't go too deep in this article because those are the main things I wanted to hit on anyway. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Again, I've had tons and tons of people commenting about this phone, the Z Flip phone in particular. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think it will get that camera upgrade? And if it does not, will you be getting a different phone if you plan to upgrade? Or vice versa, whatever your comments may be, I will look at those and I will respond. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.